In a surprising turn of events, Sidney Powell, former attorney to Donald Trump, pleaded guilty to reduced charges in the Georgia election interference case. This development could have serious repercussions for the former president, according to former federal prosecutor Joyce Vance. The case revolves around Trump's alleged efforts to undermine the 2020 election results in Georgia, where he narrowly lost to President Joe Biden. Sidney Powell was a staunch advocate for Trump, repeatedly voicing unverified claims of widespread voter fraud and promising to release the Kraken through a series of unsuccessful lawsuits challenging the election results. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis conducted an investigation into Trump's infamous phone call with Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, during which he urged Raffensperger to find enough votes to tip the election in his favor. The investigation also examined an alleged plot to submit a false slate of pro-Trump electors to the Electoral College. Trump vehemently denies any wrongdoing, alleging that Willis is targeting him for political reasons. Powell was one of 18 co-defendants charged alongside Trump for violating Georgia's racketeering laws in Willis's investigation. As part of her guilty plea, she will be placed on 6 years of probation and is required to pay $2,700, as reported by the Associated Press. Furthermore, Powell is obligated to provide truthful testimony against her co-defendants, including Trump, as part of the plea agreement. Former U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama, Joyce Vance, expressed her concerns regarding this latest development, noting that if Powell is cooperating, it could be devastating for Trump. Vance emphasized that the prosecutors must see high value in Powell's testimony, which should be making Trump nervous as he prepares his defense. Nima Rahmani, a former federal prosecutor, highlighted the significance of Powell's plea deal in establishing Trump's knowledge and intent in the case. The case centers on Trump's awareness of his election loss and his intent to overturn the results despite this knowledge. While Powell's testimony is valuable, other co-defendants like Rudy Giuliani, who were closer to Trump at the time, may be even more beneficial witnesses. Powell's guilty plea may also intensify the pressure on other co-defendants to consider plea agreements to avoid imprisonment. Rahmani described the plea deal as a very good plea offer. Additionally, bail bondsman Scott Hall has also pleaded guilty to several misdemeanors in the case, with conditions requiring him to testify against other co-defendants. The legal community's response to Powell's guilty plea has been significant. Former federal prosecutor Glenn Kirshner remarked, "Sidney Powell pleads guilty. This represents not just a minor crack in the dam. This is a full breach. The entire dam is crumbling and washing down into a river of accountability. May it all empty into the ocean of justice our nation needs and deserves." The situation is evolving and could have far-reaching implications as the case progresses.